But the big kicker, and this was the argument to sell it to people that had med sups too, was on the drug coverage. Like the out-of-pocket potential in the drug coverage was enormous. Now that there's a $2,000 cap, what are you protecting? $2,000? I mean, I'm not saying there's no value to it, but like it's a little harder for me to see the value versus 3 or 4 years ago.
I think there's still this idea of you're almost disabled temporarily, right? Like let's say you have a very treatable cancer and you have to go through. I mean, there was a family friend of ours. She had breast cancer. She had serious chemotherapy. I mean, it was something like 40 different sessions. I mean, it became her full-time job. And, she ended up beating it, which was awesome. But, and she wasn't the primary breadwinner in the household. I don't even believe she was employed. But if you are the primary breadwinner in the household, you need to still work, right? Let's just say this is a senior that's still working, right? They still need to work. They still need to go do XYZ, whatever it is. That can cover, lost income. It can cover, whatever other. Guys, if you're not selling cancer insurance because of what Christian just said, drop some hate in the chat for Christian right now, okay? I'm gonna tell Galen what you said on this stream. I'm calling her right now.
All I'm saying is that Part D portion was the number one selling point.
Right. I know.
I'm not saying there's not value in selling it. I think there is. I think I'm a big believer in cancer plans. I have one myself on me. And I think there's situations where like maybe their insurance won't pay for something or the cancer doctor they want to go to is out of network, et cetera, right?
There you go.
Now
there
the cancer,
keep going. Keep going. Sell. Tell me. Let's go.
Now the cancer plan is probably not going to cover the full treatment.
No.
My cancer plan is $25,000 benefit, let's say.
Yeah.
Even if you get $100,000, if you're going out of network and let's say you have no coverage, you need like $1 million in cancer coverage, right? So I'm not saying all I'm saying is I just feel like it's not as high on my totem pole as it used to be, if you will.
Can you get $1 million in cancer coverage?
I haven't looked for so long. I can't remember what the maximum is. There might be some carriers out there that allow it.
Probably.
I'm not sure, but it costs a fortune.
Yeah, it's probably some niche carrier that's like, we'll ride it. We'll take that risk. 270 a month.
Yeah, I mean, but anyway, like cancer's one. There's people that like cancer, heart attack, and stroke. I'm not a big fan of the heart attack and stroke portion of it. I'm just not.
I'm not. I've never been a big critical illness fan either, personally.
And I'll tell you why. Med Sup, you're not going to pay for that stuff anyway. Medicare Advantage, you're not going to pay much for them. Like most Medicare Advantage plans, let's say you go to the hospital, you have a heart attack, you spend a couple nights in the hospital, you're under $1,000 in out of pocket. You know what I mean? And so, but again, anything, you can point to anything like that and say, oh, it can help you supplement your income and things like that.
Right.
That's still there, I suppose. But like, would I put it above hospital indemnity plans or dental vision hearing plans, or probably not, or even short-term care plans?
Well, this goes back to the pairing conversation, right? It's like, again, there are so many options, and that's my take with critical illness too, like heart attack, cancer, stroke. I don't have anything against that. It's just when I look at your list of options, it's an easier hospital indemnity is so much easier to bundle and cross sell, in my opinion, than to try to convince someone of a heart attack, critical illness plan, heart attack, cancer, stroke. I think, let's get some of these options out there. So short-term care is a great one. We talked about long-term care before. It's obviously harder to qualify, but still a potential option. Dental, vision, hearing, cancer, life insurance, final expense. Yeah. Accidental death.
Annuities, although we don't do annuities, but annuities.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great one. Plenty of people who are chasing those and doing well. What else? What else aren't we thinking of? Pet insurance.
Home health care.
Okay, there you
Home
go.
health care. I've never been big on those either. My favorite ones right now. Should I just get right to the page, the chase?
Just get to the point.
My favorite ones right now, like, we have processes internally where we present packages, right? Packages of protection, as Miss Galen Hendricks once coined it as. And the ones that I like the most are, dental, vision, hearing, just because it's obvious. If it's a Medicare Advantage plan, hospital indemnity. I'm not saying cancer plans won't be in there, but they'll probably be on like a higher end package, if you will. Like, it won't be the first thing that I'm going to probably recommend. I'm a big fan of short-term care. Big fan of short-term care. I think short-term care plans are very, very necessary in a world where long-term care plans are so niche. There's so few people that really want them. They're so expensive. Their underwriting is so intense. Like, it's very difficult for a Medicare beneficiary to qualify for them. They ask a zillion health questions. Short-term care plans are a great alternative. You're usually going to be under $100 a month in premium. They'll pay for up to a year in a facility. I'm a big fan of those. I like final expense. Final expense, we haven't talked about it much, but final expense is something that we're integrating in a big way into our agency this year. So I like the final expense product.